This is domestic updates from Super News. We're starting with a focus on environment. Following the deadly flood in Adamawa State that left at least 8 people dead and dozens missing, states across Nigeria are racing to activate emergency flood response plans as the country braces for what meteorologists warn could be a severe flood season. The downpour, which struck Yola communities like Shagari and Sabon Pigi, destroyed over 600 homes and displaced hundreds. As search and rescue efforts continue, other states, including Adamawa, Edo, Bayelsa, Sokoto, Imo, Ogun, and Gombe, are clearing drains, upgrading reservoirs, setting up IDP camps, and launching public awareness campaigns to prevent similar tragedies. Emergency agencies such as NIMC and SEMA are working with state governments to assess risk and prepare for evacuations, especially in flood-prone areas. Now in business, Aliko Dangote has urged President Bola Tinubu to include refined petroleum products in the federal government's Nigerian first import ban list to protect local refineries, citing dumping of cheap subsidiary fuel. However, oil marketers and energy experts strongly oppose the proposal, warning it could create a monopoly and worsen market conditions. Industry stakeholders like IPMAN and Petron argued that importation helps stabilize supply and keeps competition healthy, while a legal expert cautioned that an outright ban could violate international trade laws. Despite the backlash, Dangote maintained its refinery has enough capacity to meet local demand and is exporting billions of liters of petrol globally. Still on domestic updates, the National Identity Management Commission has raised alarm following revelations by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission that some Nigerians, particularly youths, are selling their national identification number for as little as 1,500 naira to 2,000 naira, only for the data to be resold to fintech firms for up to 5,000 naira. NIMC condemned the act as a serious security breach and warned that it will not be liable for any consequence resulting from such voluntary disclosures. The Commission urged Nigerians to protect their data by using 9auth app and reiterated its commitment to safeguarding the national identity database, stressing the need for service providers to verify all NINs before offering services. Now in aviation, Nigeria's domestic air travel sector is facing mounting concerns as passenger traffic decreased by 27% between January and July 2025 compared to the same period in 2024, according to IBOM Air's acting MD George Urisi. Industry leaders blamed the decline on economic hardship and warned that President Tinubu's newly signed Tax Reform Act, set to reintroduce 7.5% VAT on flight tickets by 2026, could further cripple demand. With domestic traffic falling from 16 million in 2022 to 11.5 million in 2024, operators like Aero Contractors and the airline operators of Nigeria say high tax and raising fares are deterring non-essential travel, urging government intervention and reduced levies to revive the ailing sector. Now in crime. The Ondo State Security Network, Amotekun, says it has recovered stolen items valued at 300 million naira and arrested 7 suspects linked to various crimes across the state. Commander of the outfit, Chief Adetuji Adeleye, said in Akure that most of the recovered gadgets, including phones and electronics, were stolen in Lagos and smuggled into the state via Ojota Motor Park. Among those arrested was a suspect who repackaged stolen goods mid-journey in a public bus. Adeleye also disclosed the rescue of 2 kidnapped victims held for 4 days in the forest after their adopters demanded a 50 million naira ransom. He reiterated Amotekun's commitment to tackling insecurity and urged residents not to pay ransom, highlighting that most recent adoptions were resolved without payment. More on crime. At least 6 students of the Nigerian law school have been adopted by suspected gunmen while traveling from Onitsha, Anambra State, to the school's Yola campus in Adamawa State. The incident reportedly occurred late Saturday night between Wukari in Taraba and parts of Benue State, an area known for frequent attacks. While the Adamawa State Police confirmed awareness of the adoption, they clarified that it happened outside their jurisdiction and are now collaborating with Benue State Police and other security agencies to rescue the students. Now in sports. In a stunning show of grit and glory, the Super Falcons of Nigeria rolled back from 2 goals down to defeat host nation Morocco 3-2 and win their record-extending 10th Women's African Cup of Nations title in Rabat. Coach Justin Madugu, long underrated, was vindicated as his unwavering belief in the team's mental resilience paid off. Esther Okonkwo led the charge with a goal and 2 assists, while Jennifer Chegini sealed the epic comeback with a late winner, treble deliverables are poured in from President Bola Tinubu, who will host the team in Abuja today, as well as national leaders and international figures like WTO's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very, very proud of you. The entire nation is proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
The victory has united the country in celebration and reignited hope across Nigerian football. That is the domestic news update. From now on to Accolade News. To stay with us for more domestic updates and developments. I am Blessing Bassi.